I want to focus our attention on Jefferson and Madison's activities in Virginia in the mid-1780s, before the Constitution and First Amendment were ratified. During that period, a number of states had official religions, which both of these two men thought was a terrible idea. In 1784, Jefferson wrote against religious establishment in his Notes on Virginia. He said, "Millions of innocent men, women, and children since the introduction of Christianity have been burnt, tortured, fined, and imprisoned, yet we have not advanced 1 inch towards uniformity." Jefferson knew that the old world was littered with casualties of religious coercion, and that one of these casualties was the integrity of religion itself. He praised reason and persuasion instead, calling on his young nation to leave the chaos of state-sponsored religion behind, in favor of a spirit of free inquiry and religious pluralism. On Christmas Eve, 1784, Virginia Governor Patrick Henry introduced, quote, "a bill establishing a provision for teachers of the Christian religion," end quote, which would create a tax to support Christian teachers and preachers. To justify itself, the bill said Christianity was necessary for preserving the peace of society. James Madison would have none of that. He drew up a petition in 1785 against the bill. In it, he reminded his fellow Virginians that the legal establishment of Christianity had been on trial for 15 centuries. The verdict, not great in his view. And I quote, "Pride and indolence in the clergy, ignorance in the laity, in both superstition, bigotry, and persecution." How's that for patriotic education? We should be reading more of this in schools. Madison also reminded his fellow Christians that a state with the power to establish Christianity at the exclusion of others could just as easily establish a particular sect of Christianity to the exclusion of all other Christian sects. He called the bill a departure from America's unique offering of asylum to the persecuted and oppressed of every nation and religion. And he even went so far as to liken it to the Inquisition, saying it differed only in degree. Madison's petition and others like it garnered enough support to defeat the bill. And a half-decade later, building on Jefferson's Virginia religious freedom law, Madison led the charge to enshrine these principles in the First Amendment.